Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. Today we take a look away from the issues in Europe that has all the 1911 fanboys pumped up on Bang energy drinks and take a look at all of the ways Big Daddy Unlimited is actually trash.
Wow, this is garbage. You actually like this?
So smash that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our videos like YouTube wants to have happen, and make sure to leave a comment at the end of the video to tell me why we were too harsh on BDU so we can laugh at your idiocy. Folks, let's sit back, put down the Russian phrase book, and let's start the show. Let me start off by saying, at least in the beginning, I think that just for a little bit, Big Daddy Unlimited had us fooled. The pitch was good, a cheap starting price, the promise of savings on brand name products and other benefits. It seemed that both the customer and the content creator that patronized them were in for a good time. Well, in fact, the pitch was just a little bit too good. They figured out that with pyramid schemes, you can't let the pyramid get too tall, but if you make that bottom layer ever expanding, it just becomes more and more solid. Well, that is until you can no longer get products to members because of dropshipping times and inventory issues. BDU even stated that the only way it's worth it is if you buy a lot of stuff. And that's basically like saying, hey, guys, we can only do this if you keep paying us. Huh.
Gotcha.
This started a trend, working for anyone and doing anything to make a buck. You saw this when we saw them starting to attend in whatever capacity gun buybacks in their local area. We get it, guys. Boot leather is a familiar taste since a lot of your business is with local law enforcement, but that leather is on the souls of the same officials that want to take our guns away. Was your plan to hope to get our guns taken away so we could come back to you and buy more?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, this is a joke, but it feels a lot closer to the truth than I feel comfortable with. When called out on it, they had some sorry excuse that was less believable than when your 2-year-old says that that green marker put itself in the fresh gallon of milk.
Why are you the way that you are?
Attending gun buybacks is the most bottom tier thing a company could do besides, I don't know, lying about getting raided. And if you lied about that, then how do we believe you didn't hand over customer information to the ATF? Speaking of the legal arm of PETA, if you end up bowing to the ATF and they declare your wide open triggers a machine gun, you've just killed your company, since every advertiser that you've used to this point would be in the same boat as Matt from CRS Firearms. This man wearing the sideways hat is mostly known for his bad advice and pointing at things with a knife, and even he knows when to shut the hell up.
Matt, do you have anything you want to say for the camera?
Nope.
Good.
Wait, what? Did you really think we wouldn't find out through public records that the ATF took all your wide open triggers and your remaining stock of rare breed forced reset triggers? You are the shining example of stealing somebody's homework and not changing a darn thing about it and putting your name all over it. You took somebody else's design, copied it, and now have a legal battle with the federal government that your lawyers are undoubtedly gonna bow to and convince you to settle on to avoid further legal costs. And being the cheap FUD swindlers that you are, you'll sell your advertisers and your customers right up the river. So many of us got into bed with you, and you just gave us all the giant Dutch oven.
Oh, it's disgusting. What is that? Is that Branson? Is that tap dancing crab demon?
You oversold yourself by offering huge savings, which frankly weren't that great, and it cost a monthly fee for basically backorder service. Your ethics seem to be on a different branch of the same tree of greed that cheaper than dirt lives on, and that's right, scumbags, we're calling you out too. Both of these companies have been taking our money for years, pretending to be friends of the community, either price gouging at any opportunity or charging you for in-stock items and then telling you that they're on back order, so you end up waiting for months and frankly, just using you in a pyramid scheme.
No!
They eerily remind me of that one pack of single stack shooters that you find at most local weekend matches. You know, you got the reload snob, the brass goblin, the guy who swears by Kimber, that dude who's always trying to sell you that old Para Ordnance 1911 that he's had since the 1980s, and he says it's going to be the best thing that you'll ever own. I've noticed that these guys have been pretty quiet this week, given the opportunity to go 3 in a row for the old JMB design. Pro tip, get some Adidas stripes put onto that concealed carry vest so you can blend in with the other locals.
Okay, Boomer.
BDU, you are basically that one high school girlfriend that we thought we were all lucky to have until we got older and realized the only reason you were so fun at the beginning was the underlying dysfunctional issues that ended up leaving us feeling ruined. Honestly, you have to sink pretty low for us to make a video about how bad you are and not even really having to exaggerate any of it for it to be true. In your attempt to bring joy and positivity to the 2A community, you brought us the epic shoot. You get a bunch of content creators to go hang out, shoot a bunch of guns, and make content that has your brand all over it. But you go ahead and ruin a good thing by bringing all your execs up to talk about their accomplishments and what they've done to help the company and how helping the company serves to elect certain politicians and further the goals of the 2A community. This wouldn't be so bad if we couldn't see through your thinly veiled attempts to wow some of us into shilling for the company. Here's the shtick, dude. We don't care. We were there for a good time with our friends and a dinner, but you ruined it with the most boring, self-serving political garbage I have ever heard. All right, guys, I'm not one to ignore the privilege of my last statement. I got to go shoot cool guns with other people's ammo on somebody else's dime.
Hell yeah.
But I was never there to support BDU. I was there to network, do business, and meet with my friends and colleagues that I only get to see a couple of times a year. If that business happens to be around machine guns and then later on drinks and a dinner, then more the better. But once again, the previous stated issues with this event are still there. Now, don't get me wrong, BDU, well, they're a lot like Russia right now. It's not the average Joes that we don't like. There are some seriously amazing dudes and gals that work there. It's just the trash leadership that's messing everything up. Annexing countries is very similar to talent poaching. Okay, you guys get that that's a joke, I hope. But I'm not Poland. I'm a human being, and so is the Kenosha kid, but you still slapped his picture on a shirt and sold however many of them and didn't give him a dime of it. Keep in mind, this all happened while he was still on trial, facing charges.
Suck on these nuts.
This brings me back to your business ethics and pulling a Wish.com and just copying somebody else's product. You thought that the alleged sexual harassment and poaching of YouTubers to shill for your company was gonna get you? Nope, this one just snuck right up on you, didn't it? Now, instead of fighting together against the overreach of the federal government, you have lawsuits against other manufacturers that you were previously working with. Now there's division in the gun community over who's right and who's wrong. Hey, wait a minute. Are you guys feds? The whole divide and conquer thing, eh? Well, that's not gonna work anymore.
Wolverines!
It's all making sense now. The lawyers who spell worse than my writers, the stealing of intellectual property just to deem it illegal and turn them all in, getting as many 2A influencers as you can to be part of the whole scheme to silence the entire gun community at once, the hit it and quit it shell companies that are offering lifetime warranties. This all sounds more shady than the first 3 Eminem albums combined.
Oh, snap.
You're not some great and powerful entity, guys. You're just some old man in a bad suit trying to keep the smoke going and the curtain shut. You've got employees and members leaving in mass exodus as if some tank rolled up blasting Hard Boss. Plot twist, that wasn't a tank. That was the creditors coming for you guys. The jig is up. Either fix your entire leadership structure and try to start over and save the company and be what you should be, or just pack it up and go home. At this point, I'd take option 2. So tell me, Tundra Nation, was I too hard on Big Daddy Unlimited, or do they deserve it? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to share this video with your fellow gun enthusiasts. Don't forget to come check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tundra Gaming Live, where we stream 6 days a week and host our Tundra Nation Saturday night live stream. Make sure to join us next week when we still don't know what the heck we're doing. Bye.